dear listeners and viewers of House Unplugged. Hi, how are you? I'm your familiar host, Lynn. Time flies. House Unplugged has already released 16 episodes, and this is going to be the 17th. Over the course of this journey, I have shared many personal solos and also invited a number of wonderful guest speakers, including escrow officer Diana, lending experts Vivian, startup founder Leo, my peer agent Jerry, my partner Prashant, my close friend Angelia, Mindy from Fly Homes, and so on. I'm truly grateful to each and every one of them. I'm especially touched by the guests who have come to the show. Each time I extend an invitation, they jump in without hesitation. With no expectations, just pure generosity. It means a lot to me. I cherish each session of recording, often close to 2 hours, filled with in-depth conversations and candid, unscripted exchanges. And I believe our listeners appreciate this type of communication as well. There are also many friends who haven't been on the show yet, but they're constantly encouraging me and giving me friendly and constructive suggestions and advices. This podcast doesn't belong to me only. It belongs to everyone who cares and supports it. Recently, some listeners encouraged me to add video contents so that people can see the person behind the screen. Who is doing all the work? Yes, it's me. So I decided to record this solo video to give you a little peek behind the curtain. It's not that I didn't want to do video before. It just takes a lot more time. As many of you know that I'm a full-time realtor, I also take care of a little one at home. So I've focused most of my time and energy on the content itself. I wanted to keep things simple and spare my guests the added pressure of being on camera, since many of them are incredibly busy, just like I am. That's why the show has been audio only so far. I hope you understand, but I'll do my best to add more video contents in the future. As a real estate agent, I have seen firsthand how misunderstood this industry can be. Sometimes for better, sometimes for worse. Over time, I found myself into this podcast very much. I spend a lot of time driving, and while I'm driving, I like to listen to something. And then my thought was, can I do it too? And why not? After doing some research, I realized that from a technical and financial point of view, it was totally doable. That's how House Unplugged was born at the end of 2024, a podcast centered on real estate transactions. The idea is that anyone who is interested in real estate or curious about how we do what we do can simply tune in while driving, cooking, or doing chorus. When it came to naming the podcast, I knew it has to include the word house or fang in Chinese, so people could instantly tell it's real estate related and easily searchable. I also wanted the name to reflect the spirit of the show, which is unfiltered, honest, and straight to the point, and be catchy and memorable. So I put all of these features in ChatGPT. It gave me a list. I stopped there. It perfectly captured everything I wanted to express. Once I had a title, I need the logo. I started with a photo of myself, but quickly realized that most of the popular podcasts, they all use illustrations or avatars. So I eventually switched to an AI generated logo. As for the content, every episode is inspired by real life questions I often get from my clients, or suggestions or feedbacks from our listeners. For the solo episodes, I usually prepare a script or detailed outline ahead of time. When I have a guest, we usually just decide on a general topic and just let the conversation flow naturally. And that way the content stays fresh, spontaneous, and authentic. As I just mentioned, making video is now technically feasible because I discovered a platform called Riverside FM, which is perfect for someone like me who isn't a professional. While it doesn't have tons of feature, but it's incredibly easy to use. When recording with a guest, it feels more like a virtual meeting, online virtual meeting, and we can wear pajamas, hold a cup of coffee, and do the record in the coziest and the quietest corner at home. I remember the episode I recorded with fellow agent Jerry. He was so busy that he had to, do the record in his car, even while he's driving. I was impressed. So for that episode, if you have listened to it, the quality of the audio is not quite good, but the content is absolutely top notch. Currently, House Unplugged is simultaneously broadcast across several platforms, including Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Spotify, and the most popular Chinese podcast platform is called 小宇宙, Little Universe. With the continued support of you, my dear listeners, I will do my best to keep this podcast going, aiming to release 1 or 2 episodes per month. I know very well that this podcast is still far from perfect. There's so much room to grow, but I truly believe that as long as I put my heart into it, it will continue to receive your encouragement and feedback. If you're listening or watching this episode, I want you to know that your thoughts, opinions, and suggestions means a lot to me. They help me improve and they keep me going. Please don't hesitate to reach out to me anytime. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you all for being part of this journey. There's so much more to come. See you next time.